You're watching Pulse, and this is episode 100. Yes, finally the big 100. Sadly, I don't have anything special lined up for you guys here, just some good old StarCraft II news. I will tell you why I didn't do anything special in my next vlog, so you should probably check that out too. I think I'll release it tomorrow. But in this episode, we are set to take a look at the new Season 3 ladder maps, a ton of the usual tournament and event updates, a new and pretty impressive song from Underline Entertainment, the Godmother of the SlayerS clan, and much more. Let's get to it. I think I'll start this week's episode off with some of the bigger news going around at the moment. Blizzard have given us a quick preview of the Season 3 ladder map pool. As we all know, along with a new season of ladder play, Blizzard continue to update and refresh the map pools, with the goal of providing a fresh and invigorating set of challenges for StarCraft II players of all stripes. With the start of Season 3, we'll find a number of new maps to explore and master, and Blizzard have previewed pretty much all of them. Some 1v1, 2v2, 3v3 and 4v4 maps have been looked at. I won't go into too much detail about them, but those of you out there that are looking to have the edge over the opposition should probably take a peek. The maps don't have names yet, sadly, but hey, they're all looking good and I can't wait to try them out. No word yet on when Season 3 will actually begin, though, but it can't be that far off. Read more below. In some more official news, you can now check the rankings of the StarCraft II Grandmaster League via the StarCraft II website. If you didn't know, the Grandmaster League is where the 200 highest ranked players in each region compete for the top spot. This list is updated in real time, so you'll always find the most up-to-date information about who's leading the pack. Check the Grandmaster League rankings out right now. It is in fact linked below. In some sort of related news, are you ready to watch your favorite StarCraft II and World of Warcraft players fight for fame and fortune? Blizzard Entertainment is pleased to announce the 2011 North American and European BattleNet Invitationals. Yes, both of them. The top StarCraft II players and World of Warcraft 3v3 arena teams will be invited to battle it out and earn a berth to the 2011 Global BattleNet Invitational at BlizzCon. While no further details were given beyond this announcement, it is still pretty damn exciting. Stay tuned for more information. With all of that out of the way, it's time for the tournament and event news. Well, I guess that previous stuff was also tournament and event news, but whatever. Let's look at what's going on with GomTV and the GSL. Last week, as all of you no doubt already know, we saw the grand conclusion to the Global StarCraft II League's LG Cinema 3D Super Tournament. What a mouthful. It was the largest tournament we've seen since the GSL's open season format and chock full of entertainment and excitement. Many of the world's greatest players were tested to their limits, while unsung heroes met the challenge and left their mark in StarCraft history. After weeks of grueling competition, an underdog rose to the occasion, proving the disbelievers wrong and decimating the opposition. Please join us and Blizzard Entertainment in congratulating Pult Prime Wee for his triumphant victory over SlayerS MMA. After his 4-0, one can only think that he definitely deserves it. Read more about those games and the rest of the Super Tournament below. Next up, GSL July. I will probably just keep this part pretty short and mention that the full Code S groups and Code A brackets are out. You can check them all out on your screens right now or linked below. I gotta say, the Code A is looking pretty stacked this season. Many good players are taking part. The biggest news is probably pretty much just that the entire FXO team did try out for Code A, and sadly, only Sheth managed to make it in. Read more about the GSL July's Code A and Code S below. Then we have the GSTL updates. In the first day of the now differently formatted GSTL, two teams that have definitely met before met once again in an epic clash of epicosity. Who are these teams of old? MVP and SlayerS. Now, because you said you want spoilers, I will go ahead and spoil it all. Here it comes. MVP managed to best SlayerS with a score of 4-3. Mostly because of a rather beastly performance by a certain MVP Dongregu. Quite crazy. Other than that, we've also seen FXO versus ST, which ended 4-2 for ST. Now, that's actually quite good considering this was FXO's first performance in a GSTL. Not bad at all. Those two wins were picked up by Sheth and Z. Then lastly, IM versus FOU. IM took that with a score of 4-3. All in all, a lot of action and well worth watching. Check the full and detailed results below, courtesy of Polarfluke, and keep checking back here soon for more. In our rather packed GSL or GOMTV extras, you can check out a rather inspirational speech from the President of the United States, DJ Wheat, about FXO's participation in the GSTL. Well worth having a listen to. An introduction to the entire FXO team, including interviews with all their players. You should probably, if you are a GSL and StarCraft II fan, check out the GSTL Fantasy League as well. You can read about Sheth's road to Code A, a few videos that Artosis recorded of QXC playing in the Code A qualifiers. You can read more about the other foreign players moving to Korea for the next season of the GSL. Those include Phoenix, Naniwa and Thorzane, and much more. Yes, the extras are always a little crazy. Check all of them out below. Finally, after all that GSL news, we have the DreamHuk updates and results. DreamHuk summer was a strange one indeed. A memorable weekend of exciting games has come to an end. Thousands of spectators live at DreamHuk or watching the free high quality streams from home witnessed many outstanding performances and thrilling upsets that resulted in some of the most entertaining StarCraft II games played to date. Now that the dust has settled, we can survey the results. The dreams of 47 top StarCraft II players were crushed, yet one stood above the rest to claim the title and the 100,000 SEK first prize. After a nail-biting final, which went to the 5th game in a display of psychological warfare, Canadian Chris Liquid Huck Loringer and his Protoss forces managed to narrowly defeat the Zerg swarm of South Korean Jang Moon Jae-ho. Congratulations to the newly nicknamed DreamHuk, who withstood the pressure and displayed amazing skill and stamina to remain undefeated through the entire tournament. Impressive stuff. So below in the DreamHuk extras you can find the full results, which I can tell you was not pretty for the foreigners. A bunch of interviews with the players and, to most of you, probably the most important thing, the replay pack of the entire event. Then you can also check out MC doing a great job at co-casting with Total Biscuit. Lastly, I suggest you all head on over to the Polarfluke website to check out exactly what's going on with the latest Polarfluke tournament. Why, you ask? What makes Polarfluke July Zerg different, you ask? Well, South African and international players alike can now participate and win the prizes. Yes, all the prizes. Oh, and the prize pool is 8,000 Rand too. That's over $1,000 up for grabs, being split all the way down from 1st to 8th. There are a couple of big names that have already signed up, including players like Moonglade, Beastie Cutie, there are rumors of Sho and Jinro, and more. Yes, that's madness. So all you Luminites out there that feel you want a shot at those prizes, you'd best read more below and be here on the first weekend of July. You don't want to miss it. Oh, and bump the thread on Team Liquid when you get a chance too. It all helps. So trying to keep this episode not too long, I jammed a lot of our tournament and event updates, even some of the much bigger ones that probably deserved a lot more airtime, into the smalls. Let's check them out. First up on the official site, keeping up with MLG. That's pretty self-explanatory. Then over at Well Played you can see a MLG Columbus data visualization post. Very interesting stuff. Then the Home Story Cup number 3 is actually currently underway. You can check out the live stream link below and you can see the results from the first 2 play days. Then in some tournament and event drama, Blizzard has warned TLO and Huck for account sharing. This all happened while both of them were actually at the Home Story Cup. You can read about the next TL Attack episode 4 featuring Liquid Huck at Home Story. Then Home Story Cup pictures, videos and interviews can also be seen below. Blizzard has a post up on the official site titled NASL Finals Soon. In Control has left the NASL to focus on pro gaming. You can read the most recent updates in the GeForce StarCraft II Pro-Am tournament. You can read about the Champions Trophy Triple next weekend. Then TeamSpeak TL StarCraft II Open number 17 is actually happening this weekend. And the ASC Weekly Mini Tournament featuring Destiny, DDE, Cruncher and Vibe. Then lastly in the tournament and event smalls, Six Jacks Gaming and MCSL Playoffs Drama. I decided to start off with one of the more interesting pieces in the community news this time. Another new song from the guys and girls over at Underline Entertainment. Yes, the people that brought us On Your Creep and Fly Like Ire. This time, it's Overrun This Town. A cover of Rihanna, Kanye West and Jay-Z's Run This Town. Anna Prosser, tempo and suspense do an absolutely amazing job at recreating a much more swarmy version of the song for our enjoyment. And, well, what can I say? You should most definitely give it a listen right here on YouTube. A great video, great lyrics, high production value, and Anna Prosser singing. That's In Control's girlfriend, by the way. You know, the incredibly hot one that probably should have been Miss USA. Check it out now. Then an incredibly touching piece, perhaps. I don't really even know how to explain this one, but it does deserve some attention. This Is Game recently put up an article titled Kim Ka-yeon, Godmother of the SlayerS clan. That is the story of how the First Lady to the Emperor, that's SlayerS Boxer, made the newly reformed SlayerS clan an elite gaming unit, kept them going, and, well, has big plans for them in the future. The article tells us a little bit more about the lady behind the legend, who's actually had quite a colorful life of her own. She was the winner of a Supporting Actress Award at the Daejeon Film Festival. She is, as you all know, the love interest of the Emperor, Lim Hyo-wan, and is now dreaming of turning SlayerS into the strongest StarCraft II team out there. Oh, and she is quite beautiful too. I really enjoyed this read, and I strongly recommend you all check it out. A quick warning though, the whole thing with the interview is really, really long. Check it out below and enjoy. Oh, and a big thanks to whoever it was that translated it all. Then in the last of our community news, Destiny Watch. Yes, I should probably make this a regular thing, as there is just so much to talk about when it comes to the former Root player and streamer extraordinaire Destiny. I won't cover it all in full detail, but below you can and should read about and listen to Destiny talking to his supposed DDoSer, how he wants to take the entire thing to Judge Judy of all people, how he actually called the kid that was doing all of this stuff's house to speak to his parents, and much more. How he parted ways with Complexity after refusing to honor the terms in the team's contract, and even Destiny and his friend Debu talking about the whole offensive caster language thing. Yes, quite a lot to check out, and as with all things Destiny, it is one joke after another, especially when he gets together with Debu. You can find most of that link below and some of it right here on YouTube. So with that done, let's head on over to the community smalls. On the official site, you can check out a poll titled Blades of Ire, and apparently Blizzard is going to Gamescom again this year. Then you can read some rumors about patch 1.3.5 on the PTR. Team Rage has disbanded their SC2 squad, Fruit Dealer and Trickster have left TSL. You can check out an Axlav interview, a FXO Slog interview, a Khan interview, a Stefano interview, an Adelscott interview, a SlayerS seller profile over at Eurogamer. PC Gamer has another pretty interesting Day 9 interview up. Be sure to check out GG Rated Live Show episode 20. This Week in Replays over at Team Liquid features none other than Huck. Then some more rumors, apparently Team We Made may well be disbanding, and the German caster Kaldor may well be going to Korea soon. Then Warp Prism is now available for your mobile phones. Android only at the moment. And there's a Jinro caricature speed painting right here on YouTube to check out. Then lastly, a very old video featuring DJ Wheat titled PS3ology is the new Scientology. Check that out, incredibly funny. Sadly, that is all I have for you in Pulse episode 100. Yes, it had to end. A quick mention before I say goodbye though. Be sure to check out my latest 1-minute guide if you haven't already. You can find it linked on your screens right now. So, thanks again to all of you watching this, especially those that have been around since the very first episode. Your support and continued enthusiasm is much appreciated. Remember to like the video, do all the other things, and most importantly, happy StarCrafting.